Bring the meeting to order. We have a quorum. We have 6 commissioners here. Mr. Judy is not present. First item of business is review of minutes. Are there any comments on the minutes?
Move to approve as submitted.
Do I have a second? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Item number 3, rezoning requests. A, RR number 934, property owner BB Family LP applicant Elliot Locklear, location Ladson Road, Somerville, zoning request change from CG General Commercial District to R3 for 32 TMS parcels. And Ms. Wynn's going to handle this one?
Yes, sir. Like you said, this is a request to rezone 32 parcels along Ladson Road from CG to R3, Single Family Attached District, for the purpose of developing single-family attached products. The existing lots were subdivided from the parent tract in 1983, so that was before Dorchester County even adopted zoning, seemingly for the purpose of single-family attached housing. As you can see, these lots are pretty thin and long. When the county adopted zoning regulations in 1984, these tracts were then zoned R2, single-family residential, which did not allow for attached products. And then they were zoned to CG in 1991, though nothing was ever developed on them. The CG district does allow some intense uses such as gas stations and convenience stores, which may not be appropriate in this area. In addition to it being very difficult to develop properties like this commercially due to the fact that there are residences directly behind them. It's also located in the transitional overlay districts. Buffers would be pretty substantial for commercial development. There is also a streetscape improvement plan along Ladson Road that would force commercial traffic, if developed commercially, force commercial traffic onto Oakmont Avenue, which is primarily residential right-of-way, which is just not desirable. The properties are located within the medium-density traditional neighborhood future land use area, which can support higher density development, like those developed under R3. The properties don't appear to contain any wetlands and are not located in a floodplain. They are located in the water and sewer service area of Somerville CPW, and any connections would require coordination with Somerville CPW. If the existing lots are developed with townhomes, a full review would not be necessary since no subdivision would be occurring, but any land disturbance, encroachment, and building permits would obviously need to be obtained. Any major changes to the lot configurations would likely trigger a more in-depth review. Based on that analysis, staff recommends approval, and I will note that we did receive 2 calls with general inquiries, but that is all the public input that we received.
Okay, thank you. Is the applicant here? Could you state your names and addresses, please?
My name is Robert Beebe, and my address is 504 Farrington Drive.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions of the applicant?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'd like to know, y'all gonna build some townhomes in there? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, when I purchased the property about 25 years ago, and I've been paying 32 tax bills over the last 25 years, and I did not realize that the zoning had been changed to commercial.
So is commercial general, the way, these are actually subdivided lots right
They-
now.
they-
So
yes,
all these
sir.
property lines have gotta go away no matter what happens. And so townhomes, to me, would be a better use than commercial general.
Well-
So I just wanted to make sure that's what you were doing.
Yes, that's the plan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I agree with you, Robert. I do think that a better use of this is townhomes versus commercial. The only question I have are each one of these lots going to have driveways that dump out onto Ladson Road? That is my major question, because that's a recipe for disaster.
That is a question for DOT to answer, and their answer will be no.
Yeah, I'm going,
Okay?
all those, as long as we're putting in a driveway or something that keeps these lots from dumping out individually on Ladson Road. But it doesn't show that in any of our paperwork, and so we don't have any of that. Yeah.
Is there any intent to consolidate those into one lot for the purposes of development?
Well, no, it's not condo. Well, first of all, the owner, current owner is not going to be doing the development. So when the purchaser of the property, once it's adequately zoned for townhomes, brings it back to you for re-subdivision, then that will be back in front of you again.
Okay.
But I doubt that he has a product he's gonna try to make fit that width. And
I was gonna say, how deep are those, how deep is that, those lots currently?
I think they're about 110.
Okay. Yeah, when you look at the setback and about,
Yeah, about 115, 110.
yeah.
What's the minimum square footage again? Is it for townhomes?
no such thing.
There's no such thing for those? Okay. Just making sure. So,
The other Ed Carter tried to make that happen, but he finally got overruled.
In that zoning, if it got rezoned to what they're trying to get it to go to, what is the density? Like, how many will they be able to legally put there?
I believe it's 7.3 units per net acre.
that's minus easements, buffers, and
Buffers
wetlands
and-
if you have
yeah.
them,
Correct.
right?
Any further questions?
Good luck.
Thank you. Any comments from the attendees? No, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion to recommend approval.
Okay.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. It's approved.
Could I have a question for Dr. Beebe? Dr. Beebe, you gonna quit drilling and quit filling teeth, or what? It's time to slow down a little bit. So you're getting into real estate, okay, just wondering, okay.
Okay. Item B, RR number 935, property owner Eric Stem, applicant Eric Stem. Location Cone Lane, Somerville, request zoning change from OI Office Institutional District to R3 1M, Single Family Residential and Manufactured Housing District, TMS number 135-16-00-027 and 135-16-00-006. Total acreage, 0.82.
Thank you. This is a request to rezone two properties. They're kind of catty-corner to each other on either side of Cone Lane for the purposes of allowing manufactured housing. The properties were zoned R4 in 2004 when, or zoned R4, excuse me, when the county adopted zoning regulations in 1984. In 2016, a majority of the parcels along Cone Lane were rezoned from various districts, including R4 and CG, to the OI district in an effort to allow some smaller scale economic development in the area, such as office space and daycares that would still be compatible with the surrounding residential uses in the Knightsville area. In addition to that map amendment in 2016, the ordinance was also amended to remove multifamily from and add single-family detached to the allowed uses in the OI district to accommodate a lot of the existing residences on these properties here. However, they did not add manufactured housing to the OI as an allowed use to the OI district, and that created various legal nonconformities on these properties. There are a lot of manufactured homes already on Cone Lane, particularly at the other end, but there are still several on this side that we're kind of focusing on. While the properties are located in the Village Crossroads area on the future land use map, at this time there is minimal commercial interest in this area, as many of the lots are too small to be developed on their own and still accommodate a lot of the development requirements like buffering and parking. And the R1M district can still be supported in the Village commercial area, as the designation does call for residences in addition to commercial and employment uses. The subject properties do meet the minimum lot sizes in the RM district and therefore would be conforming if rezoned. And if rezoned to R1M, the lots would no longer be able to be developed with the professional office uses that are allowed in the OI district. However, thanks to a recent text amendment that y'all saw regarding daycares, they still would be able to be developed with daycares. Based on that analysis, staff recommends approval, and no public comment was heard regarding these requests prior to this meeting.
Is the applicant here? State your name and address, please.
Eric Stone, 421 Barfield Drive.
Okay. Do the commissioners have any questions of the applicant?
No questions for the applicant. It looks like, I've just got a map here. It shows there are a good many mobile homes already in that area and on that street.
Okay. No questions? Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Any public comment? Oh. I entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it, motion is approved. Okay, item C, now, how do you want to handle this now, since the applicant is here?
The applicant is not present for this item, but we have received a request to defer this item.
Do you want to skip this item on the agenda, wait for the applicant to come?
We can move it until later on the agenda if that's the pleasure of the commission.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Item D, RR number 937, property owner Thomas Lucas III and Georgia L. Barnett, applicant George Minton, location Myers Mayo Road, Ridgeville, request zoning change from AR Agricultural Residential District to CG General Commercial District, TMS number 098-00-00-192, total acreage 1.47, and property owner Ball LLC, applicant Greg Minton, location Myers Mayo Road, Ridgeville. Request zoning change from AR Agricultural Residential District to CG General Commercial District, TMS number 098-00-00-296, total acreage 2.3.
Thank you. This is a request to rezone approximately 3.75 acres at the corner of Myers Mayo and School Street from the agricultural residential district to the general commercial district. As y'all may recall, the CG district requires that new properties be mapped no further than a quarter mile from the nearest intersection of two major roads or along an already improved right-of-way. Highway 78 is classified by SCDOT as a rural principal arterial. Myers Mayo is classified as a rural major collector, which staff finds satisfies the requirement, making this a major intersection. I will also note that SCDOT has confirmed there will be a traffic light installed at this intersection. They are anticipating that it will be installed by the end of the year. We'll see. The subject properties do also meet the minimum lot requirements for the CG district and appear to have the space to meet any development requirements like buffers and parking. The applicant does intend to put a gas station on the site, though the CG district can accommodate many other uses, including retail and personal service uses. Staff does acknowledge as well that the subject property is located just over half a mile from the Cypress Methodist Campground, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. However, this area is designated as employment mixed use on the future land use map, which is intended to promote job-oriented uses, and there are already several of those uses in the area, as well as several properties that have been recently rezoned to either general commercial or CLI. And staff is confident that the subject property would not be seen from the campground historic site, which does, per our ordinance, negate the need for any special county permitting. Any development would obviously be required to obtain any applicable approvals through the TRC process, including review for conformance with required buffers, stormwater, and environmental standards. Development would likely trigger a traffic study, which would be conducted as a part of that TRC review. And any identified off-site right-of-way improvements would be the responsibility of the developer. The property falls within the water and sewer service area of Dorchester County Water and Sewer, and obviously connection to water or sewer would require coordination with DCWS. And in the event that service is not available, any development would be required to obtain septic tank and well permits by SCDES. Based on the analysis, staff recommends approval, and no public comment was received ahead of this meeting.
Okay. Is the applicant present?
Isn't that currently the U-Pick strawberry patch?
Sir?
Isn't that currently the U-Pick strawberry patch? Corner Myers Mayo and 78? It is,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but it's not a signalized intersection currently, right?
no.
Any plans on putting a traffic light there with DOT?
Yes, DOT has plans to put a
Approved it?
traffic light, and they are planning to have it in by the end of the year.
Okay.
And they're planning on having a water main come past the site as well. So this is obviously the path of progress and local jobs. The use itself supplies 25 to 30 permanent jobs after construction jobs themselves. So it seems to be both what meets what the needs in the community at an intersection that makes a lot of sense for that type of facility. And they're a community-oriented group, as in anybody that's gone to Spink's gas stations knows that they have a good supply of fried chicken and opportunity for the community to be there and comfortable with what comes on.
Could you just state your name and address for the record?
I'm sorry, Barry
That's-
Whalen, 29 Linebrook Drive.
Okay. Any further questions?
Yeah, this is for Spink's gas station, is that right? I saw Greg Mitten's name.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At an intersection. Thank you.
It's a nice large site, you know, accommodate it easily. Drainage is good. It's, you can see it from the farm field.
The closest gas stations are the one near the Walmart distribution,
Yeah.
like 2.5, 3 miles up the road, and then the one.
There's a
at-
gas station right across the street,
And then there, that one's still?
right here.
There's an Exxon right there.
I don't remember that.
Surprise.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of the closest ones, and the Jedburgh Road, and that's the only ones I can think of. Huh. Okay.
Any further questions from the commissioners? No? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any public comment? Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
Just a note, I noticed the CLI property not far from there that we approved, not far back, what, 6 months ago, maybe? So there's, some businesses coming right in there. Of course, they're not going to get too much further down that road because of the campgrounds, but
Right.
I think that CLI back this way is fine, so I would agree with the motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it, and the motion is approved.
Mr. Chair, I do believe that the applicant for request 936 has arrived, if you
Okay.
would like to address that.
All right, so. Item C, RR 936, property owner Melba Holcomb, trustee, applicant Thomas and Hutton, location Central Avenue, Somerville. Request zoning change from R2 Single Family Residential District to R3 Single Family Attached District, TMS number 135-00-00-008, total acreage 8.55.
The applicant is requesting deferral, and they are here to
Okay.
answer any questions.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Yes, we would like to refer this.
Okay, your name and address?
David Williams, 682 Johnny Dodge Boulevard, Mount Pleasant.
Okay. So, okay, deferring it. So that'll be what, 1 month? Or, and,
How much time do you think? I mean,
1 month.
1 month will be fine. Then, yeah, if you just want to defer it till the next meeting, that'll be fine.
okay, all right. Any discussion? We need a vote on that, correct? Yes? Okay. Motion?
I'll make a motion to defer.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it.
Thank you all.
Motion's approved. It's deferred. No subdivision applications and requests, street name requests, new street names, The Ponds, Phase 8, Great Ocean Drive, Pink Sands Road, and Secret Bay Drive. Any comments received on those? Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. Motion's approved. No old business, new business. 7A, ZTA 25-06, text amendment to Dorchester County Zoning and Land Development Standards Ordinance Number 04-13 is previously amended with respect to Article 33, Section 23.2, Financial Improvement Guarantees, and Article 24, Maintenance, for the purpose of updating language in these sections to align with previous amendments related to the lifetime of road development.
Yes, this is a follow-up amendment to an amendment y'all heard back in June. And this is essentially revisions to the financial improvement guarantees in the maintenance section of the code in order to align with those previous amendments that were done, so that the final lift of asphalt for roads can be installed after the 12-month liability period and repair deficiencies. And in reviewing other sections, these were the sections that we found needed additional amendments. So these are just follow-up.
Any comments from the commissioners?
Looks like it's just cleanup.
Yep. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. Motion is approved. B, ZTA 2507, text amendment to Dorchester Road Zoning and Land Development Standards Ordinance Number 04-13 is previously amended with respect to Article 22, Section 20.1.1, General Lot Design Standards for the purpose of excluding townhome development from the maximum lot width to depth ratio requirement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is kind of a fix. We've recognized over the years there are some issues with townhome development. We happen to have a definition for a townhouse dwelling in Article 25, and I included that in your staff report. What ends up happening with the interior lots on townhome developments is they can't meet the requirement for lot depth to or width to depth ratio. So we're proposing to add just a small text amendment to the end of section 20.1.1, which is our design standards ordinance for lots. This is part E, and you'll note that at the back of that section where we state the interior residential lots, which are developed with a townhouse dwelling as defined in Article 25 of this ordinance, are exempt from this restriction to have the depth of a residential lot not exceed half its width, not more than 4 times its width. So it's kind of a confusing thing to read there, but the last section is as simple as we can put it.
I'm somewhat familiar with this because I've seen some townhouse developments, especially when you get up against a woodland area in the back of lots. You've got compression.
Yeah. We've been told some of the housing products that are placed in these townhome developments, we feel it's easy just to make it longer, but for them, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
They have a product and there's a design, and we actually found that there are some lots that have been created that are currently legal but non-conforming with this ordinance. So this will bring them into compliance.
Any discussion or questions from commissioners?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. The motion is approved. Item C, East Edisto, revision to age-restricted special district SD-5 Horizons at Summers Corner, Landover, Lennar, Carolinas, LLC applicant, Thomas and Hutton, Zone Growth Sector G-2, East Edisto, TMS number 159-00-00-035. And who has this one?
I will take this one. So this is an amendment to the already approved special district plan for Horizons at Summers Corner. This is an SD5, which is an age-restricted community within Summers Corner. It's already under development. There's already quite a few residents that are living in there. This request is to add about 20 acres onto the existing plans, expanding the footprint of this SD5 and allowing for maybe about 60 additional units through this additional acreage. They've met all of the form-based code requirements. They also did do, they looked at the traffic study and determined that the increase based on this additional acreage is not going to be enough to make any changes to what they've already been required to do per their previous traffic studies. So, we looked at it, we don't see any issues with it, and are recommending approval. But I believe the applicant's here if you have any more specific questions.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, recuse myself.
Okay. Is the applicant here?
The true applicant's running a few minutes late, but I'll be the applicant.
Okay.
And I can call him if I need to.
Okay. Any questions from commissioners?
Yeah, David, what you're trying to do is add more age-restricted housing.
That's right.
There must be some market reasons you're going to do that, or the developer's going to do that.
That's correct, yes. And this would be like a swap with other units that would have been allowed.
Right.
Just be active adult instead.
And they'd be of the style and type that the senior units currently being built are?
That's correct,
Okay, so they're essentially the same palette, if you will.
yes.
Okay. Any further questions?
Nope.
Thank you. Any public comment? Entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The ayes have it. The motion's approved. I have no report.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a note that we approved everything today.
Yes,
It might be a record, I'm not sure.
I'll just thank everybody that attended the workshop that we had on the 24th. For those of you that attended, that got you 2 of your 3 credit hours needed for the year. If you attended, you should have received a certificate from me. If you didn't, let me know. And we will keep you posted on opportunities to finish out your continuing education.
Okay. Thank you. Any public comment? Hearing none. Got only one item left on the agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, vote with your feet. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
I did not get a certificate. I wanted training. Nope.